The following contest is your opening match in AWL Hontai 417. It is scheduled for one fall, one submission knockout to decide the winner. And it is for the Animated Wrestling League Intercontinental Championship. Good evening, wrestling fans from the world-famous AWL Arena in Tokyo, Japan. This is the Animated Wrestling League Hontai, episode 417, and we've got not one, not two, but three championship matches tonight, to the point we're actually having to start the show with a title bout. This match for the AWL Intercontinental title, the Contenders Championship, Ganba Hisshi Dark makes his fourth title defense. If he manages to beat the son of the man that he beat last week, he will be one win away from an automatic challenge for the Grand Championship, and I have some unfortunate news to announce. After the neck break pile driver last week that ended the match between Majiku Sr. and Ganba Hisshi Dark, Majiku has been medically removed from active competition for the remainder of the season out of an abundance of caution. We don't believe that there's any long-term damage done by that move, but our medical staff is basically saying we are not going to clear Majiku to compete for the rest of the season. So this is a match for vengeance from the child of the Lucha Libre legend. El Hijo del Majiku comes into this match with 28 wins and 35 losses, ratio of -7 in his AWL career, and he is facing off against the top-ranked wrestler in this promotion, Ganba Hisshi Dark, 110 wins, 55 losses, ratio of +55. I think that means that he's won twice as many matches as he has lost. One of them, less than a handful of people in the 100-win club here in the AWL. I've called him the final boss of the Animated Wrestling League, and I do not say that lightly. So this will be an uphill climb for El Hijo del Majiku. He's got his sister in his corner, of course, the demon Gisei in the corner of Ganba Hisshi Dark. Now remember what prompted this attempt to take the road less traveled, known as the Intercontinental Championship. Ganba Hisshi Dark feels that he was cheated by a bad call from the referee in his most recent challenge to the AWL Grand Champion, Black Tiger Justice. And we believe, we cannot prove this, so I must say allegedly, it was the forces of the pit who attacked, injured, and put on the shelf the referee in that title match, Baba Ganoush Shinichiro. Hana Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family will be refereeing this match, as she has every title defense in Ganba Hisshi Dark's current reign. The first true Contenders title in professional wrestling, with a fascinating history that I do not have time to go into right now. The AWL IC title. Let's make this an official match. Introducing first the challenger, fighting out of Mexico City, Mexico, accompanied by his sister, Majiku 2, Shining Legacy, El Hijo del Majiku. And his opponent, your winner from the pits, the AWL Intercontinental Champion, Ganba Hisshi Dark. Three title matches, and there's already a big fight field here in the arena. Intercontinental Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League, AWL Commissioner presiding. The sound of the bell, the AWL official, Hana Baba Ganoush, in charge. There you see it. The IC title on the line. Mismatch, 30-minute time limit. Bang a gong, we are on. Collar and elbow tie-up to start us off. Oh, and a back elbow escape by the demon. collar and elbow by the Shining Knight. Oh! The Warrior of Light, the second generation, getting smashed there by the knees and the drop kick, and now a DDT face first into the canvas. I said we've got 3 title matches tonight. Main event of the night is the New Classics defending against the Pit. That is going to be Somba no Yaiba and Gyokto making the challenge for the AWL World Tag Team titles. After the controversial ending of after the controversial ending of the match last week, where the referee missed a clean and obvious rope break, Amy Wade will once again be defending the AWL Joshi Championship against Emily Nagasaki, and as automatic rematch, in a concession to the challenger, it will be World of Sport rules. 5 5-minute rounds, 2 falls, 2 submissions, or a knockout to decide the winner. We also have a 6-way scramble match. 6 faction leaders will face off, and that's going to determine the order of entry in what we're calling the CM Punk Invitational Battle Royal. And of course, we've got some action in the Joshi division as well. Kaminari-Hime versus KAIRI in a fight for 4. And right now, this IC title match has spilled out of the ring, out to the ringside area, up the ramp, and halfway out to the parking lot. As with 28 minutes and change on the clock, I will remind you of the champion's advantage. The champion automatically retains based on any kind of a count-out, including a double count-out. That stage hurts. Listen to Eddie Kingston. That stage hurts, man. 14, they need to get back in the ring and they need to get back there quick. And this is not good. El Hijo de Majiku, he can't just make the run. And what's he doing? Up, down. 17, he's got to get his opponent back. He helps Ganba up, hoping he won't just take the count out. He might do so. Or maybe not. Maybe he thinks that would be a dishonorable way to... Well, he doesn't have any sense of honor left. I think he just wants to hurt this kid. The Japanese megastar, the Ganba that I knew in the early days of the AWL, would have absolutely never taken a deliberate count-out victory. This guy, not the same man anymore, unfortunately. Ooh, nice roll through there, but a drop kick as El Hijo de Majiku gets stomped right on the abdomen, right on the solar plexus. Single leg takedown by the challenger, referee in position, roll through. I don't think this is going to be enough, but anytime you can force your opponent to kick out, you're forcing them to use up energy, you burn through their cardio. Take coverage wherever you can. That's my philosophy. And of course, I've wrestled exactly 0 matches in my life, so I know what I'm talking about. Majiku 2 watching on as Gisei suddenly starts to get involved here. The distraction. Will Ganba Hishidark be able to capitalize? He's been known to go for the Akama no Tsubasa from this position. No, he wants the execution. Shotgun drop kick. 1, 2. He's already defended the title against Tiger Mask 2, Tiger the Dark, and Majiku, who he has put on the injured list. German! And a tight German suplex, not going for the full rotation there, looking for maximum impact. Clothesline, taking the demon off of his feet. This is working. Leg sweep. And the Luchador Mascarado with a 1, 2. Kick out. He needs to look for that shining legacy. He needs to look maybe for the endless light. Or this could work. Jumon casting the spell of La Mystica could be winning the Intercontinental Championship on a submission. It could happen. It could work. Roll through. No. And Gisei getting up. And Gisei trying to take off that turnbuckle, distracting the referee. The referee repairing the turnbuckle for the safety of the athletes. Boom! Running drop kick. Oh, no, he rolled out. He got out of the way. attempting maybe a Shining Wizard there, but I'm not entirely sure. As Ganba Hisshi dart, collar and elbow tie-up, into the corner. Oh, huge double foot drop kick, or a double foot kick to get out of trouble there, but uh-oh, here we go, this is it. The Wings of the Devil, Akuma no Tsubasa. It's a knockout, and rightly so in my opinion. The Akuma no Tsubasa, one of the most dangerous moves, the most powerful moves in all of professional wrestling. I thought that could have been a count out there, but of course that would not have caused a title change. Boom, right there.
As prophesied, the winner still champion.
He didn't prophesy a damn thing. 1-1-1. 111 victories. Well, we've had one mismatch in the men's division. Let's have one in the Joshi division.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is a fight for four. Introducing first, making her way to the ring from the heavens. Kaminari-Hime!
The Lightning Princess, Kaminari-Hime. This is her 11th Animated Wrestling League match. She has obtained 3 wins and 7 losses for a ratio of -4. But her massive upset of a victory last week over a former AWL Joshi champion in the form of Jessica Kidd has earned her this opportunity to enter the top ranks of the Joshi division. But she has to face an undeniable global wrestling superstar.
And her opponent, making her way to the ring from the high seas, the Pirate Queen, KAIRI!
The first ever International Wrestling Grand Prix Women's Champion, IWGP Joshi KAIRI. You may know her by a different name that was never pronounced correctly, but we know her as the Queen of the Seven Seas. She's had a mixed record here in the Animated Wrestling League. 3 wins and 5 losses, ratio of -2, which puts her well ahead of her competition tonight. But we could absolutely call this another mismatch. KAIRI has had hundreds, thousands possibly of matches over her long career in Japan and around the world in every port of call. Kaminari-Hime, a graduate of the AWL Dojo and AWL Original. Youth versus experience. They say styles make matches, and that is a big example here. It's going to be the Puroresu Joshi style of KAIRI versus the high-speed, lightning-quick offense. Oh, just like that! Run straight at your opponent and kick him in the face. That is very much Kaminari-Hime's style, striking like a bolt out of the blue, but going into a wrestling hold, the headlock takeover. Maybe wanting to show KAIRI that she can do the traditional pro wrestling graps just as well as anybody else. 10-minute time limit in this match. Wheelbarrow position into the Bulldog. And in the first half minute, it's been all Kaminari-Hime all the time. Right hand, kick to the face, kick to the head, and now those strong style strikes coming in. Irish whip, of course, KAIRI, a legend of Stardom Pro Wrestling, and now affiliated group with New Japan. Back under the clothesline, collar and elbow, what are we going to see here? And that's the inexperience there. That's the inexperience of Kaminari-Hime, taking too long to set up whatever her next attack was going to be. And the Pirate Queen able to take clear advantage. She wanted her on the ropes. Kaminari-Hime, what is she going to do here? Irish whip, drop down, up, Huracan Rana, throwing KAIRI a good third of the way across the ring, and Kaminari-Hime, we've seen this girl fly up, down, and there we go. Collar and elbow tie-up, Irish whip, collar and elbow tie-up, throw back into the ring, both women back in the squared circle where they belong. Now you can enter the best four on a count-out, you can enter the best four on a disqualification. I don't think either of these women want that. As KAIRI now on a bit of a back step here. And another Hurricane Rana, and just look how fast this girl is. Just able to get into these positions for these high-flying moves, almost a hybrid of Puroresu and Lucha Libre. Of course, we teach all styles in the AWL dojo. Dragon, the original all-rounder of the AWL, the head trainer. And a little bit of a lucha style there as well. Of course, as I said, KAIRI world-traveled, every port of call. She's picked up tricks and tips from wrestlers from all over the world, making the Pirate Queen incredibly adaptive. She can, whatever your style is, KAIRI can wrestle it. And look at that, up, down, around the Thundercracker! Thundercracker into the 1, 2, and this is a mistake. Kaminari-Hime cannot afford to waste time here as the fans are chanting for women's wrestling. We will have a women's championship match in our semi-final bout tonight. World of Sport rules. 2 out of 3 falls in up to 5 5-minute rounds. And another headlock takeover, almost grounding the lead here, is the Thunder Goddess. And she's looking for something very silly and dangerous. Up, down, no! Saw it coming. Went for the same aerial technique the second time, and KAIRI able to sidestep it. That, do not do that with a veteran. You can surprise them once, but never twice. About 4 minutes into the fight now. And these girls are just slugging away on each other. On the outside, Kaminari-Hime looking for a power bomb. But she's not going to get it with KAIRI able to get down and back to safety. Now, KAIRI, of course, Japanese, familiar with the 20 count style. Wrestled in WWE for a very long time, so she might default to the 10 count, I don't know. But either way, we are approaching the halfway point of this 10-minute time limit match. Only about 5 minutes, 20 so seconds left on the clock. Spin kick right to the midsection. I think she got a lucky shot in there. And Kaminari-Hime needs to work on following up. Ooh! Seems to be relying on the kicks a little more than she usually does here. Of course, she's got that double strike that she likes to finish people with.
Open Keita, 5 minutes. 5 minutes left.
And that means 5 minutes left as well. Enziguri blocked. Good escape by KAIRI. Able to shift position. And here we go, looking for the Alabama Slam. I didn't realize Alabama has, well, actually, no, I think it does have a seaport. Knee DT by KAIRI. Winner of this match enters the AWL Best 4, but with Emily Nagasaki getting a definitive title shot tonight, that means that this is technically a fight for 3, because the winner of this match will be in the 3rd rank of the AWL Best 4 by the end of the night, and KAIRI having to make the dive to escape rather than to attack. But beautiful body scissor roll by the Pirate Queen. With about 4 minutes left on the clock, AW elbow, standing star, blocked by the knees. Neckbreaker, I almost said by the challenger, given the relative levels of prestige between these two, you can almost make that argument, even though it would be an incorrect argument. Good block of the drop kick, keep the arms up, defend yourself at all times. Excellent device in any kind of combat sport. Knee drop, trying to take away that arm, maybe trying to take away the Thundercracker. Though if you're dealing with a high flyer, it's usually smarter to go for the legs in my observational experience. Cover here, the referee really late on this count. 1, 2. Referee failed to anticipate the count, giving Kaminari-Hime a second that was vital and possibly the difference between victory and defeat.
Something 3 minutes left.
Oh! Knee lift right to the face, but a roll-away escape. You heard the ki there. Kaminari-Hime putting everything into every one of these strikes. She needs to strike like lightning, strike whether she is unexpected. Another drop kick, this time sending KAIRI to the outside. And notice, Kaminari-Hime does not go for a running dive this time. She just goes right after her opponent. Maybe this is turning into an object lesson for the Lightning Princess. It's the princess versus the queen on the Animated Wrestling League. If you like this kind of action, the real world, the fantasy world coming together, give us a subscribe, give us a like, give us a comment. It doesn't take a lot of your time, but it means a whole lot to me. Thank you very much. As we are running out of time here. This could go to a time limit draw.
2 minutes left.
I believe those are both grammatically correct. Nippon nokuri nokuri nippon. And by the way, if this goes to a time limit draw, neither woman enters the best four Thundercracker. The crack of thunder. 1, 2. Oh, that was close. Very, very close. 90 seconds. Another Hurricane Rana. Can she keep her down this time? Wait a minute. Kaminari-Hime looking for some kind, maybe a springboard of some kind. Oh no, we're looking for the Raiden's torpedo. Completely whiffs on it with 70 seconds on the clock. Did that one technical error blow things? What is she doing? Wasting time here.
1 minute. 1 minute left.
Body scissor roll by the Pirate Queen. Kick to the midsection. KAIRI looking for something very dangerous here. Oh, running blockbuster. With 45 seconds, this could go to a draw. In that case, they're both out of title contention. There are 30 seconds left on the clock. Kick to the head. KAIRI in trouble. Kaminari-Hime does not have time to wait. Bad time management. Oh! Face first. Only 10 seconds. She might be able to do it. The double strike. 1, 2. Come on. Here we go. Look at the time. Look. Oh, man. There's only 3 seconds left. 1, 2, 3. What happened? What happened? I'm being told... She did it! Ladies and gentlemen, I am being told the time of the fall, 9 minutes, 59.7 seconds. Less than 3/10 of a second. And with that, Kaminari-Hime is in the Animated Wrestling League Best 4.
The following contest is scheduled for 5 falls. and it is a 6-man faction leader Scramble match. Introducing her, representing Yokai Hontai, fighting out of Kaminari-Hime, the Emerald Hontai.
AWL 418 in 7 days' time, we will have the CM Punk Invitational Battle Royale. The winner of that Battle Royal will face CM Punk one-on-one at AWL's Season 21 finale. This match will determine the order of entry. The first wrestler eliminated, his faction, will have to enter first in this Stagger Start Battle Royal. The winner's faction enters last, and you can fill in the gaps for yourself after that. And of course, up to 5 falls, that's going to help your win-loss record, whoever you are.
Fighting out of Kyoto, Japan, representing Hijo, the last Japanese man,
Yamada Jiro coming into this match representing Zaidante. They've had a miserable season. No titles to their name. I don't think they've even challenged for anything except maybe the IC title. And that's an open invitation. They haven't qualified for jack squat. I don't know why CM Punk asked for them to be in this. All of these factions chosen by CM Punk represent the best of the best of the AWL and Japanese wrestling.
Fighting over the unified School Tiger style, he is the 2023 World Hontai Champion, Tiger.
The most experienced wrestler out of the 6 in this contest. And the only one currently holding any kind of a championship. Tiger, you will become a tiger. Legacy, that's what he's all about, always has been. And now, kind of the Puroresu version of Straight Edge.
Fighting out of Yokohama, Japan, representing Nagasaki, the final division, Akagi.
Multi-man match is always disadvantageous to... Now, Ganba Hisshi Dark... Ugh. God, it's so cold when they do that.
This is not important enough for Ganba Hisshi Dark. So representing the pit, Ganba Shatter.
Well, I hate to say it, but that does make sense with the rest of the pit involved in championship matches tonight. Oh, here we go. This is going to be good. I freaking love this song, by the way.
And finally, when the Pacific England, representing the United Empire, in the reigning IWGP UK champion, the Nagasaki, with
Will Ospreay, the innovator of the UK Championship, representing his United Empire. This is Will's, I think actually his first match in the AWL this season. I'm not entirely sure about that. Bang the gong, we are on 20-minute time limit elimination rules. And I'm just going to double check here. Will Ospreay coming into this match. It's only his 4th match in the AWL ever. He's usually in a support role for the rest of the United Empire. You will believe a dragon can fly. No, you will not, as he gets tripped up by Will Ospreay, who inadvertently saves Tiger Mask 2. Alright, one more time. The loser of the first fall, his faction must enter first in our Stagger Start Battle Royal next week. The actual order of the faction members will be determined by random lottery. So let's say, for example, Zidon J loses the first fall, then between the very kind assistants, Yamada Jiro and Mr. Shota, whoever enters first, second, and third, or first, second, third, and fourth, will be determined by random lottery, but that entire faction must enter the ring first, and obviously in a Stagger Start Battle Royal, that puts you at the biggest possible disadvantage. Oh, wait a minute. Darkness Driver, some of the unity from the Unified School of the Tiger Style, a DDT from Will Ospreay. Coming off a massive match in front of his countrymen. 81,000 tickets sold at Wembley Stadium. Notice I'm being very particular about my language there. Flurry of strikes. Tiger's fake kick in the corner. STO, Space Tornado Ogawa by Yamada Jiro. I'm just trying to follow the action here, folks. I'm just going to be calling moves. Every single one of these men, they want their faction to win. They want that shot at the season finale. And frankly, they want to wrestle CM Punk. Now, depending on your position on CM Punk, it's either going to be a case of, hey, I get to wrestle a legitimate professional wrestling legend in his own time, or I get to shut this guy up once and for all with my fist. And wait a minute, Akuma no Tsubasa to the shadow of Ganba Hisshi Dark himself. 1, 2... Right hand, Japanese arm drag into the Fujiwara arm bar. And as I tried to mention during the opening, but I didn't quite get around to it before, I was interrupted by the fall of the shadows. When you're a submissions expert, you're in a massive disadvantage in a multi-man match like this. Because you've got at least, there's usually at least one other guy, if not 4, that can break up the submission hold. And of course, Ningen Damashi, the human spirit, we've got actually, the majority of this match are full-blooded humans, as far as I can tell. There's some debate over the Tiger Totem, but we're not going to go into that. Liger Bomb, very close to the corner, total submission. And a cover here, the referee sees it. 1, 2... And the last couple of weeks, last month or so, have been a trial by fire for Hana Babganoush, the famous Babganoush wrestling family, is our referee of record here in AWL Hontai. Right hand. Snapdragon into the cover. 1, 2. That may have been a rope break. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if we even have rope breaks in a match like this. 6-man scramble match is relatively rare in the Animated Wrestling League. Suplex powerbomb. The strength of 10 Tigers rolls through into the Google Plata. Will Ospreay should be able to escape that. Second only, I would argue, to Zack Sabre Jr. as far as technical wrestlers out of the UK in the last generation. Of course, as this is being recorded, Zack Sabre Jr. set to meet the American Dragon at Wrestle Dream in Seattle. I'm looking forward to watching that. Don't get to attend it, but it's going to be a great show, I'm pretty sure. Kick out at 2 off of Akuma no Tsubasa, the shadow, the pale imitation of the original. And a backstabber by the leader of the Japan Foundation, Zaidan J. 1, 2. And there's the Manji Gatame. We're 25% of the way through the time limit. We've yet to have a single fall. Fall, forward, slam. Into the cover here. 1, 2. Up, down. A standing Shiranui. 1, 2. And the referee having to stay back there out of the chaos and the conflict to try to render a decision. 1. Every fall grants advantage to whoever survives. And nobody wants to be the last man the first man eliminated in the last one, or should I say the first one, into the Battle Royal. 1, 2, kick out. Flurry of offense from Yamada Jiro to his countryman. Another power slam, fall forward power slam by the Shadow Beast. The recover here, 1, 2. Still waiting for that first 3 count or that first tap out. And notice how Chiba Akagi, wait a minute, double covers, 1, 2. Osprey and I think Yamada Jiro kicking out on those exchanges. What is it? Oh, beautiful German suplex by the Emerald Dragon of Yokai Butai. Six excellent representatives of their organizations. Spin kick right to the stomach going up. German to the Tiger. Still looking for that first and fatal cover. That means all members of that faction must be the first ones, because they're going to have to fight each other in that dagger start over the top rope Battle Royal. Wait a minute, we've got a cover here, but the referee's focusing on the submission, on the Manjigatame, ignoring the cover. Will Ospreay maintaining the cover. Maybe not the smartest idea. And finally, the referee sees, well, Ospreay, he's going to be pissed. Not a man known for his long fuse to begin with. 1, 2. The aerial assassin. Standing Shiranui, in the AWL we call that the Shinjinai Sunrise. And the first elimination.
Tiger Balls 2 has been eliminated. 1 fall to Ganba's Shadow. Ganba's Shadow has been eliminated. 1 fall to the Emerald Dragon.
And just like that, we are...
No, 1 fall.
Okay, we're not going to have 3 back-to-back. Just like that, we are down to 4. So the first faction entering the Battle Royal will be the Unified School of the Tiger style. The second will be the Forces of the Pit, including presumably the Intercontinental Champion and possibly the World's Tag Team Champions as well. Remember, that's our main event tonight. And now that the detritus has been cleared from the ring, you'll notice that the Scion of Submission is a little more willing to go for those submission holds with that Dragon Sleeper on Will Ospreay. Ospreay, of course, able to wrestle his way out of that. Emerald Dragon picking up the win over the Shadow beating the Tiger. And I'm telling myself that so we can make sure we have accurate records here at the end of this match. So many covers back and forth. This is nuts. There we go. This is just incredible wrestling. I love this. Kick to the midsection. Dragon drop. Maybe Will Ospreay. Oh, wait a minute. Missed! The Dogugiri! The poison strike. That poison missed. The Japanese tradition.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
And look at Will Ospreay, his face covered in that poison, stinging, acidic bile from the throat of Yamada Jiro. That's not the Cobra Venom of Hibitsukai. That is a classic Dokugiri. And I don't think Will Ospreay can see what he's doing right now. He's just attacking out of nowhere. And yet somehow he's good enough. He's the only man standing at the moment. Oh, wait a minute. Back up into the submission, into the Manjigatame, and the pain in the eyes. No choice but to tap out. We got another cover here, too. And Ospreay, he's going to get back and get his eyes washed out. Dirty, rotten, cheating wrestling by Yamada Jiro whenever he thinks he can get away with it. As it stands, we are down to 3. Dragonic Driver by the Emerald Dragon. Stacks his opponent up high. Yamada Jiro not going to break that up. And that's it. The side of the submission's out.
Shiba Party has been eliminated. 2 falls to the Emerald Dragon.
Alright, and with that, looking now for the Liger Bomb. Yamada Jiro, who loves to steal moves from better Japanese wrestlers. He uses the Liger Bomb, he uses the... what's this going to be? Oof! Might have been an attempt at a submission there, but instead go for the strike to the crown of the head. And what is the Emerald Dragon doing here? This doesn't make any sense. Collar and elbow tie-up with about 8 minutes. Rolls through. Pele kick. That was more of an O'Connor roll than a German suplex, but into the Pele kick. And you will believe in dragons and miracles here. Could the Emerald Dragon come out of this with not only 3 victories for his personal win-loss record, which would bring him up to a very impressive 69 wins and 0 losses if he's able to defeat Yamada Jiro? Or is Yamada Jiro going to steal back a win and earn advantage for Zaidan J in that over-the-top rope Rumble-style Battle Royal? We'll know in the next 7 minutes or less. Cover. And right now these are covers of opportunity rather than covers of strategy. Both men going for whatever they can, whenever they can. Emerald Dragon perched like a gargoyle on the parapet of Castle Wyvern. Dragon Conrana, but doesn't have the balance to go for the cover, and that could be a big problem. Lariat. Oh, fall away slam. Shades, I believe, of Antonio Inoki. And Jushin Thunder Liger, the Liger Bomb. 1, 2, 3. Zaidan J with the best chance of facing Chick Magnet Punk. Next week it's going to be the CM Punk Invitational Battle Royal. Stay tuned to the Animated Wrestling League. Semi-final and final match tonight will be championship affairs.
The following contest is scheduled for 2 falls, 2 submissions, 3 knockouts in up to 5 5-minute rounds. The Animated Wrestling League Joshi Championship, and it will be contested under World of Sport rules.
Last week, the referee fucked up. Just gonna say it. Emily Nagasaki, while being covered by the Joshi champion, clearly had her hand on the bottom rope at, frankly, the 1 count, 2 at the most, and yet the referee was focused on the shoulders, still counted 3. Now, that counts as a title defense because the referee's decision is final and sacrosanct. Not even the AWL commissioner can overturn a referee's decision even when it's the wrong decision. But it is within the power of the AWL commissioner to grant a rematch, to maintain and even advance rank in the best four. And that's what we've got here. Now, to her credit and to her reputation as a sportswoman, the very Canadian Toronto star Amy Wade, she looked back at the tape. She didn't realize what had happened in the actual match because she wasn't looking at the ropes, just from her vantage point. But the minute she saw the playback, the minute she started studying the tape, and she realized that she shouldn't have won that match when she did, it was Amy Wade who called the commissioner's office and said, hey, we need to make this right. And it was decided to concede to the British background of Emily Nagasaki and make this a World of Sport rules match. So 2 out of 3 falls in 5 rounds. That's what we signed for.
Introducing first the challenger, cutting up to United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, Emily Nagasaki. And her opponent, she's the reigning defending and wrestling league Joshi champion, tonight making her 6th title defense, cutting out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the undefeated Amy Wade. This is an officially sanctioned Joshi Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League, AWL Commissioner presiding, at the sound of the bell, AWL official Hana Bogdanush in charge.
I believe this is Amy Wade's first foray into the world of sport rules. So we'll see how much of an advantage that gives the challenger in this match. Speaking of advantages, there is a champion's advantage here. In the event that we go to the full 5-minute rounds without a definitive winner, the champion will retain automatically. So if all 5 rounds go to a time limit draw, the champion retains. If the challenger is up 1-0, the champion will retain. You have to get 2 falls or 1 knockout over the champion in order to win. Those were the rules that both parties agreed to. Nasty stomp to the solar plexus by Amy Wade starting us off. Now it's uncommon, in fact in the old days illegal under World of Sport rules to go to the top rope, but we are a little more lax with that here in the Animated Wrestling League given the variety of styles employed by the wrestlers that we employ. Another shot to the abdomen, maybe trying to go for the diaphragm, trying to take the wind, take the air out of Emily Nagasaki, because this kind of a match, while you do get a brief respite, a brief break period in between falls, in between rounds, this could be a marathon. This could go the full 25 minutes of ring time. I will also point out that in the event of a fall or a submission, the round ends immediately, and we will move to the next round. That could come into strategy as we get a little further down the chain. Now, in the Animated Wrestling League, each fall counts as a win. So I don't think the undefeated streak of Amy Wade has ever been in more danger than it is right here and right now. Checking over at AWL Strong and Free, Amy Wade is 23-0, closing in on that all-time undefeated streak record of 25 wins held by the now retired, I believe, Wonder Kid, who was the AWL champion when we first started broadcasting on YouTube way back in 2009, May 2009. I actually recently looked up my oldest video. Good God, I've been doing this a long time. And a takedown here into the the Fujiwara arm bar. The world of sport style has traditionally favored the mat-based grapplers. Maybe Amy Wade trying to bring in some of her pro wrestling training and focusing on that. We usually see her as a striker, relying on her kickboxing training. You saw some of that there, a little bit of shadow boxing. Three-sport athlete out of the University of Toronto over in Canada. She is a powerlifter, a kickboxer, and a gymnast, and competed at the collegiate level in all three sports before turning her attention to professional wrestling. And I'd say if you're looking for the ingredients list for the perfect professional wrestler, you've got them in Amy Wade, who's now going for the submission here with a simple sleeper hold. Now in a 2 out of 3 fall total point affair, you have to think on submissions, do I tap out now and save myself, or do I risk losing consciousness and doing further damage? There will be more of a problem throughout the bout. Already Amy Wade feeling some of the dirty fighting of Emily Nagasaki with a small joint manipulation, bending the rules to the breaking point along with the fingers of the Joshi champion. Oh! Discus forearm out of the fireman's carry position. Seconds remaining in the first round, and going for a submission on the most Canadian submission maneuver. It's the sharpshooter. Every Canadian born into cultural genetic memory, they all know how to use this move. They never have to be taught it. It's 20 seconds on the clock. First round looking likely to go to the draw. And that's going to immediately put Emily Nagasaki on the back foot, because now she's got only 4 rounds to get 2 wins. And I don't think they're watching the clock. No time calls under World of Sport rules. And hang on a second.
Wrestlers to your corners.
Oh! Immediately with a big boot out of the corner, Emily Nagasaki ended that first round in a dominant position, though she was biting at the hand of Amy Wade. She was still standing and Amy Wade wasn't. Wade, I would say, actually saved by the bell in that exchange. But now the challenger looking to... Oh, this is not winning. What is this? Oh, double stomp to knee. Thought she was going to go for like a Romero special there, the way she was acting. The wrestlers do get a brief rest period in between rounds. Oh, this is not going to be good. Oh! Leg splitter. Trying to hyperextend some of the joints in the leg, and that's actually pretty smart. The 10 pounds of muscle in a 5-pound bag that is Emily Nagasaki of UK Gen 2. She needs those tree trunk-like legs of her. She needs that power base. And Emily Nagasaki rarely goes to the top rope. Finding success from the High Rent District on that exchange. You heard the boos of the audience. This are very educated AWL fans. They know that that's not exactly kosher under World of Sport rules, but technically within the boundaries. Not grounds for a public warning as of yet. Now, in the event of a violation of the rules, the wrestlers will receive 1 public warning. A second violation of the rules, a minor foul, will result in disqualification. In that case, the champion would retain. A major violation of the rules, a major foul, is an immediate disqualification. Back to that Fujiwara armbar. It's interesting seeing Amy Wade using this opportunity to expand her repertoire of submissions. For the most part in her career, I've only really known her to use the sharpshooter as a submission. But we've already seen the Fujiwara and we've seen the sleeper hold out of her in this match. So ever-evolving Toronto star Amy Wade, and already nobody in the Joshi division can beat her at this point. Already about halfway through. Wait a minute! Double wrist lock. Call it the double wrist lock, call it the Kimura lock. That's extremely painful, and that can take away the arm. It goes right back to it. This time focusing on the left arm. And Amy Wade in trouble here. She's going to have to stand and strike. I think she's actually in real trouble of losing this. Vertical suplex into the power bomb. We saw Tiger Mouth do that in the Scramble match a few minutes ago. 2 minutes left in this round. Of course, no official time calls. Wrestlers have to use their own internal clock, their own sense of timing. And that's where Emily Nagasaki's considerable advantage of just more time under this round system, under this World of Sport system, that's going to play to her advantage. 1, 2, kick out, 90 seconds on the clock. Boots in the window, she gets caught. Oh, a hard shot. As Amy Wade, she takes the back of her opponent, whips her across the rope, across the ring into the corner. High knee strike by the champion. Now just wiping her boot on the mask. A little bit of disrespect there, but boom! The referee checking to make sure that's a knockout, looking for intelligent defense. She's going to get some. As Emily Nagasaki fights her way back, or tries to fight her way back to a vertical base. Wait a minute, are we going for a pentabreaker here? No, we're going for the joint manipulation. She has been studying her techers, her technical wrestling, her scientific wrestling. Amy Wade, always looking to put more of the puzzle pieces together when she's a pretty damn complete puzzle to begin with. San Jubio, 30 seconds. And they both have to sense that the time is near. So far, it's 0-0. Pretty close to the end of the second round, though we have seen tonight, it's not over till the bell rings, it's not over till that clock hits 0, and frankly, not even then. Here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's a legit stalemate.
Round 2 is a draw. Wrestlers to your corners.
And neither of them are happy about it. Bang the gong, we are on for round 3. Vertical suplex into the powerbomb yet again. No, simple vertical suplex this time, but no, the champion escapes out the back. Backcracker by Amy Wade of AWL Strong and Free. Oh! Ripcord punch to the face. That wasn't a Rainmaker, that was a I want to punch you. Wait a minute, overhead wrist lock here. Again, trying to wear down the arms of Amy Wade, and that's good. When you're fighting a puncher, when you're fighting a striker, you want to take out the arms. Emily Nagasaki has been wrestling intelligently this entire bout. But Amy Wade has just been showing us something new at every junction. Oof! Oh, good, you can count in English. Cholzu, egere cholzu. Hey, go to the cholzu. Hey, I don't know. They might be good at making movies, I don't know. I'm just making Japanese jokes to myself at this point. Amy Wade up to the top. Oh, Superwoman punch! Ultra Woman punch! From the tippity top. Big, bad boot to the back. 2 falls, 2 submissions, or a knockout. We're in the 3rd round. If this is another draw, then that means that Emily Nagasaki is going to be under the gun. She's going to have to get a knockout. And frankly, she should be going for it right now. Intelligent cover by the challenger. And right back down to that damn Fujiwara armbar. So you take out the arms of Emily Nagasaki, you take away the Nagasaki drop and the Nagasaki lock. That combination finisher of hers that she loves to use. She hasn't even tried it so far in this match, I don't think. Oh! There's that knockout knee. 1, 2. So I think she hit more with the boot than the knee. Emily Nagasaki in trouble here. The first fall could very well go to the champion at any second now. Oh, she's not defending herself. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, the referee is calling that a knockout, and considering that Emily Nagasaki is not moving, I would have to agree with that assertion. One fall knockout, and the champion retains. No controversy about it this time.
Here's your winner by knockout in the third round, and still under the Wrestling League Joshi champion, and still undefeated, Amy Wade.
Credit to the sportsmanship of Amy Wade. Credit to the guts of Emily Nagasaki. Hell of a champion. It's the professional wrestlers versus the demons from hell. God, I love this sport.
The following contest
I don't love this part.
is your main event for the Animated Wrestling League Tag Team Championship.
World Tag Team Championship, thank you.
The winners and new champions. I don't believe it is from the shadows. The pit.
Literal forces of darkness. Sombo no Yaiba on the left. Yokto on the right. Gisei, the manager, in the middle. He is in command. Second title match featuring the Pit tonight, where they're facing the best tag team in AWL history.
And their opponent, they are the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League World Tag Team Champions. Tonight, making their second title defense. The tag team combination of the technical wizard, Lee Master, the suplex master, Sammy Nick. Together they are the New Classics.
7-time AWL champions. You notice they've even put it into their entrance video. They are synonymous with those AWL World Tag Team titles, the oldest active title in the Animated Wrestling League.
The following contest is your main event of the evening. It is an officially sanctioned World Tag Team Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League, AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, AWL official Hana Kafush in charge.
Taking a look at the tag team records here. The New Classics undefeated this season, 5-0. The Pit, no slouches, 4-1 for a ratio of +3. So it's +3 challenges, +5 in your main event of AWL Hontai 4-1-7 as we are barreling towards the season finale. And this is always the busy season for the tag team champions of both divisions because we are looking to clear the board before we get to the end of the season. Tag team ranks, unlike the ranks for the singles titles, tag team ranks reset every season. Sombo no Yaiba looking for the powerbomb to start us off, and he nails it. I think we'll call that Tachiai to the forces of the Pit. Tachiai, of course, a term from sumo. It means the initial strike, the standing, essentially the standing bout, standing match. As the MMA trained, and now, let's face it, is MMA really that different from professional wrestling anymore? I think we can all agree it isn't. They're owned by the same people. Oh, God. The whole industry is just forked right now, aren't they? Wait a minute, going up to the top rope. Not a high flyer by anyone's definition is Lee Masters, and he thinks better of doing something stupid. The technician, the technical wizard. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, catches him for the Alabama Slam. Good timing there by Lee Masters, and notice that he's got Yokto in his side of the ring near his own corner. The champion's controlling the territory, and that's so important in tag team wrestling. Irish whip into the neutral corner. And now use... Oof! Bending the rules there, but not breaking them. I think the champion might be busted open there, or at the very least have some bruising forming around that eye. Tag made. The Suplex Master, a more traditional professional wrestler. DDT. Fighting out of Brooklyn, New York. He is a submissions expert. And you're about to see that right here from a deadlift position. Full rotation on the German suplex. And that combination of technical wrestling and powerhouse specialization is what has led this team to 7, count them 7 reigns as the AWL World's Tag Team Champions. However, there's always been a bit of a shadow over that statistic because most of those reigns have been V0. They've been unable to successfully defend the belts. But now, wait a minute, going to the technical perfection, they call their tag team, tag Kogeki abilities. We call that technical perfection, the tag team attacks there. And paying homage to history with the Doomsday device of the Road Warriors, or if you prefer, Legion of Doom, and by if you prefer, I say if you prefer to be wrong. Yokto with a cover here, 1. Now notice, the champion kicks out immediately, the partner immediately tries to come in, and that's a belt and suspender strategy. You're making sure that you've got the redundancy there, that you're not going to have your pants fall off and lose your belts. And I just completely threw away that argument. Gut-wrench suplex, rolls through into the cover. And that's what you start to see with long-term tag teams like these guys, that you start to see a little bit of the style of one bleed into the other. A suplex combination by Lee Masters when you would usually expect that out of Sammy Nix. Does that mean that we're going to see Kaminari-Hime flying around like a rabbit-style wrestler? I don't think so. But you never know. Oof! Clubbing blow to the back, but only takes the champion down to a knee. It takes a second shot to get him off his feet entirely. Both men roll to the outside, champion's advantage, yada yada yada, you know all about that by now. As we're about 4 minutes into this 30-minute time limit match, and we have seen tag team title matches this season go to 30-minute time limit draws. The Augments retained the World's Tag Team titles at one point in a 30-minute draw. Oh, couple of hard shots there. Legal combatants right now. Your legal fighters are Lee Masters in the blue trunks and the rabbit-style Gyokto, the dark rabbit of the moon. I think both the tag team partners have been taken out. This is one-on-one. This is your main event. We are well past the top of the hour. We will stay with this match until its conclusion. 1, 2, the conclusion could happen right there, any second. That's what I love about professional wrestling. Any 3 seconds, this match could be over, and there's the tag. The powerhouse comes in. Wait a minute. Avoiding the freight train, but still taking damage, as Lee Masters crawling for a tag that is now not going to be coming, as the spine of the Suplex Master reintroduced to the steel of the ring, the steel superstructure. You know it's the hardest part of the ring. I don't have to tell you that. Vertical suplex. Oh, Oh, hangs him up to try. May have crotched him on the corner of that crowd barricade over near the timekeepers area, near the bell area. Our international announce team watching on, our Japanese announce team, they're in a lot more danger than I am right now, and I'm very happy about that. I mean, I don't have anything against them, but I don't want to be down there. I did that for the first several years of my career. I'm not doing that anymore. Kick to the midsection, and a flurry of strikes. And boom! Running knee, almost a Bombaye or a Kinshasa if you prefer. With 23:33 on the clock. Oh, look at that! Oh no! He's got him! He's got him! Rear naked choke! The rear naked choke, one of the most devastating moves in all of mixed martial arts. But Kaminari-Hime able to power his way out of it. That's why they have weight divisions in MMA. You never see a match like this inside of an octagon. Well, you might in the future. Who knows? Because anything goes at this point. We are in a whole new world. Wait a minute. Submission attempt, a Cobra clutch. But fought out of... And oh, Exploder! Exploder suplex by the suplex master as Gisei is up to no good in the pit corner. Oh no, the power advantage, the military press slam, and that's got to be a good 9 to 10 foot drop. Tag is made. Gyokto into the ring now legally. And that's an advantage to the pit. They're a definite little and large tag team. They're able to switch up the entire dynamic of the match with each and every tag. And while the new classics are very different in their wrestling styles, they're not that different in terms of height, weight, leverage, that sort of thing. So I've said for years, Sammy Nick's the strongest pound-for-pound wrestler in the AWL, even if he does have the worst hair. 22 minutes. You'd normally think plenty of time, but the longer this match goes on, the more I think it favors the pit, because the new classics, they're Season 0 originals. They've been here in the AWL since the early 2000s. They are, I don't want to say old, but I will say highly experienced. I think that's the polite way of saying it. Kaminari-Hime and Sammy Nix are the legal fighters at the moment. Oh, a little bit of a receipt from earlier. Gyokto taken out on the steel superstructure. And look at that, right on the stomach. All the weight and all the bulk of a super heavyweight. No leverage tricks there. That's just pure damage. Dragon screw leg whip on the outside. We got those black protective mats. They're only about an inch thick. But as you've seen in wrestling lately, you can seriously hurt yourself on the outside, even with the protective mats in place. Going up and backdrop. Count on the outside, all the time in the world. Show off a little bit. Nothing wrong with that, as long as you don't overdo it. Cover here. Title's on the line. 1, 2. Ooh. Like a bat out of hell. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Which, considering they're facing the pit, you kind of have to run like a bat out of hell. Tag made. In comes Gyokto. And I heard the clang of a metal chair. Yeah, there it is in the background there. Gisei sliding the chair in. Now, of course, the referee sees it and immediately gets rid of it. And, of course, that chair is still there on the outside. Now, the use of a steel chair, that's a disqualification. That is an immediate title retention for the champion. I don't know what Gisei is thinking, maybe just frustration. This match is going so long. We're more than 10 minutes in now. Blatant chokehold. Referee threatening a disqualification there. And now you see a little bit of territorial action by the pit, preventing the tag, forcing Sammy Nix to keep fighting when he would very much rather tag out his partner. No tag Kogeki for you. Gisei coming back into play. Vertical suplex. No, wait a minute. That might be a new variation. Vertical suplex into a side slam. Adding a little bit of extra centrifugal force to one of the most basic suplexes in his arsenal. We saw this earlier, the deadlift. He's got the leverage. And boom! Perfect bridge is built and broken. Over the top rope, down to the floor. Slide under, collar and elbow tie up. And drop. "18 minutes remain." That means we are 12 minutes in. Hey, I actually learned something in school. That's good. Good to confirm that every once in a while. Collar and elbow tie up. Go. Oh, wait a minute. Bam! The leg clutch exploder, the T-bone, I think that's called. I'm not. No, I think that's the. I think it's actually a Taz box. Trying to get both of our legal fighters back into the ring as we hit the halfway point on the 20 count. Here we go. Collar and elbow as it ought to be. Irish whip into the neutral corner. Yoko likes a combination of moonsaults out of this position. Body slam. Is he going to go for them? No, diving tag. Saving the suplex master from that moonsault combination. But maybe the technical wizard's going to eat it. No, he isn't. Sees it coming. Manages to nail the timing. Tag made. Tag Kogeki. Tag team attack. Double flapjack. Thought they're going for a big back body drop, but no, the flapjack, a little more extra force. Oh, wait a minute, gonna cross the Sansu River into the land of the dead. Do we have new tag team champions? Is it B1 only? 1, 2. Damn right, tag team wrestling. This is tag team wrestling at its very best and where it belongs in the main event. Lee Masters escaping a second trip across the Sansu River. With 16 minutes on the clock, we're nearly at the halfway point. This could go the distance. Oh, wait a minute, choke slam, boom, all the way down to the underworld. And still he keeps getting up. Lee Masters has been a professional wrestler he's in his 21st year as a pro wrestler. He had an MMA career before that. Collar and elbow tie up. Face first, what do we have here? The tag is made. Another tag Kogeki, so far that's 2-1 I believe to the challenger. Oh no, human bridge, oof! But a big old lariat takedown into the cover, 1. But wait, no, this time the referee sees the rope.
You go for the takedown, you go for the takedown, 15 minutes. 15 minutes.
Wait a minute, the disqualification 5 count is in here. Somebody ever rolls out, the count will not continue. Notice how every time the referees miss a rope break, they tend to be a little more cautious on that, a little more observant for the next few weeks. And there we go, the dark side of the moonsault. But he did not get all of it. I'm not sure he got any of it. Kick to the midsection. Vertical suplex into the rear naked choke. He loves that combination. Says it's emblematic of the style of the new classics. If you ever wondered, they got that name because they were trained by the inventor of professional wrestling, Matt Classic. Took up the name the new classics in tribute to him. Over here again, one broken up, and notice the partners are having to break up the covers now. There's not so many kickouts. 14 minutes remaining, and that's a long way to go this deep in the match, but you're not going to get to go there. Doing your Ric Flair impersonation, and probably the least creepy way to do a Ric Flair impersonation. The tag is made, Somebody Aiba, the Powerhouse, and the Tekker back in. Vertical suplex toss maintains the vertical base. Big men like that, when they don't leave their feet, that's usually good for them. Multiple shots from a literal Grim Reaper. Slowly, you can see the fatigue is now a factor on the face and the body language of these humans. Jesus Christ! It's humans versus demons. Suplex! You just suplex the suplex master. You know he's got to be tired. He's got to be half out of it. In that case, Sansu crossing. No! Big back body drop as a counter. The championship is on the line. The world's tag team titles. The right to call yourself the best in the world at what you do. Oh, barely gets him up for the German. Dragon suplex. Can you get a yes gun for the triple-headed monster? The Chimera. The Chimeraplex. Bridge built. Oh. If I recall, that was the move that won him the Oshogatsu Taikai several years ago. But he's feeling the second wind, he's feeling the adrenaline, and he's about to take it out on a little bunny man. Up and down the big back body drop. Yokto, he's got to be thinking about the Mochi Pounder. Another Chimeraplex, yes! You know the combination is coming and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it if you are the Dark Rabbit of the Moon. Referee in position, 1, 2... Ugh. He's taking everything the champions have. Big old exploder. Good old-fashioned Tazplex. The tag is made. Yokto doesn't know the tag was made. He thinks he's still got the Suplex Master, but he realizes now he's got the mixed martial artist, he's got the technical wizard. He used to call him the penultimate fighter to make fun of him. But he took that as a badge of honor. Meant he was one of the best in the world. Up, Mochi Pounder! He spots Waza! The Rabbit of the Moon making Mochi, pounding with the hammer into the rice to make the Mochi, and pounding away at the head, the neck, the spine, the shoulders of one half of the AWL World Tag Team Champions. As they're over 19 minutes now. Take to the midsection, vertical suplex. They're going to go for the transition. Yes, he is. Rear naked choke. Locked in. The body scissors locked in. That's deep. And finally, mercifully, it's over. The new classics have just tied their personal records for number of title defenses in a single reign. Look at the power, the strength of Sammy Nix combined with the technical expertise of Lee Masters. That's how you become the best tag team in the world.
Here are your winners, and still AWL Wrestling World Tag Team Champions, the New Classics.
It's still busy season for the Tag Team Champions. We'll see more Tag Team action next week. We'll see the CM Punk Invitational Battle Royal. And of course, a whole lot more. Thanks for watching. This has been AWL Hontai. Korede. Sumarida.